Hello and welcome here with the Darkened and today we're doing another Survival Island V2 Let's Play. And this one, okay, hang on. If my thing would stop being stupid, I could pull up the video and be able to see the comments and everything, but my thing wants to be stupid. There we go. Okay, so for those who may have tuned in on the last Minecraft stream we did yesterday, I showed off the finished Guardian farm that we finally got finished, and I also showed how I was able to get some zombie villagers and turn them into villagers, and we finally made a working villager breeder. Thank gosh, finally we got one working. And I said if we got more than one farmer, we were going to make a villager powered farm and stuff. Now, I wasn't thinking straight. I forgot that all brown coats, whether they're Fletchers or fishermen's or shepherds or anything like that, if they have a brown coat, they are going to farm. They will farm the land and they will replant, and they will also distribute it amongst the other villagers. Now, I kind of built a design and stuff. The design I wanted at first turned out to just not really work too great for me. And we weren't getting the max, so I don't really want to have to deal with the whole hopper and minecart and whatnot. So I used all of our iron and made a whole bunch of hoppers. Well, not all of ours, more like all of mine, and then some after grinding and crap. But I got a whole bunch of materials and stuff. I'm hoping to kind of want to do it out of quartz, but I don't have too much quartz because I really did not feel like grinding much longer after that. And then I smelted down a whole bunch of glass. I used all the iron I could really find that I had and made it into hoppers. Then I got a whole bunch of this stuff. I want to potentially make a 4-layer auto farm because, okay, let me just kind of, it's on peaceful right now, so we're good for right now. We're gonna head to the hub. I would take a minecart, but the bridge is still out. I still haven't rebuilt the bridge where the Guardian farm is at, so you'd pretty much ride the minecart and then you would fall straight downwards. So I really need to do that at some point. I really do. I really got to get that done. But for now, we can take a boat right here. I'm going to go ahead and kind of show... I know this is probably not the best design, but it works just as good as like the whole hopper minecart underneath it and stuff. It works just as good. It's just a lot more expensive. Well, I don't know. The cost of tracks and stuff might even out, but I don't know. But it's definitely quite expensive because of all the hoppers. But it just guarantees no item's going to be left, and it's not going to be left there long enough for like other villagers to pick it up and stash it in their inventory and stuff. And it also kind of helps breeding in that section stay to a minimum because I don't want them breeding in that section, because I want that just to be kind of a farming area, whatnot. I'm kind of show the outcome from leaving it go just for like an hour and a half or so like that. It's a pretty good outcome, and I'm thinking if I do 4 layers, we're going to have so much, and first of all, we're not really going to have to worry about food again, and second, we're going to be able to get so much, we're going to be able to trade with the farmers and stuff, and get a whole bunch of emeralds and stuff like that, and then we can buy things from other villagers. That way, if we get ourselves a librarian, we can possibly get a mending book, but the problem is we just have cartographers right now. These 3 guys are cartographers. But this is what the villager breeding is looking like right now. And I had to kill about 10 green coats. Oh my god, there's another one in there. Because the green coats are obviously useless. And originally I was going to use them for the bait guy back here. Because before I thought about that, villagers like these, brown coat villagers, they farm up crops and stuff. And they replant it. And then they will actually throw the food and stuff to other villagers to keep them fed or fill them up or whatnot, as you see that guy did it. And usually you would have one guy in there, and then you'd have one guy here, they'd throw it, the bars would block it, and it would go into the hoppers, and then it would collect the food that they threw. But it just wasn't really working very fast, and it wasn't going very efficient, and they didn't really want to give it to it. I ended up having to add a couple more brown coats in there. I used a lot of brown coats from that pin and pushed them into here. Which actually when we moved the villagers over to my place, when we build the so-called super farm. I'm calling it that just because it's going to make getting food a lot easier. I mean, this is just from kind of leaving it for maybe hour and a half or so. We got a couple stacks and stuff, and it's really good. And with farmers and stuff, you can trade carrots and potatoes and stuff like that for emeralds, and we'll definitely need that in case we get a librarian that has a mending book or something. I'm really hoping we do. As you see, they're still trying to breed. And once we move these guys way out there, they're no longer going to be in this chunk, so any limitations or anything in this chunk are going to be brought back down, and then they'll start breeding again, which it actually kind of looks like they're still trying to breed. It's kind of ridiculous. You see hearts everywhere and stuff. But I put about 6 or so in here, and that's mainly just to keep it going, because with 1 or so, he only wants to farm when he feels like it. So all of this was getting fully grown, and he was just sitting there being really, really lazy. So I added another one. He farmed for about a minute or so, and then he just quit himself. So then I added in a few, and then between them, they all kind of keep it up. It keeps it going and stuff, and there's hoppers all underneath that dirt, and they all lead into these chests. And I also still have the hoppers over there connected to that guy in case they want to throw the carrots to him, but I don't think it is. But when they throw the carrots to each other, it's still falling in there and stuff. We're not going to have that guy on ours, because I think at this point he's kind of just a little useless. So we're just going to have hoppers underneath here. I mean, I guess I could do a hopper minecart underneath and stuff, but I just want it to just be one like building or whatnot. I don't want to have like all these redstone and rails and stuff coming out the side, making it look weird. So I'd rather just waste the excess iron. I'd rather just sit there and grind iron and stuff, and I'd rather just use the iron to just kind of keep it looking relatively clean. Obviously, we're not going to have glass on the roof of the other layers, because then you're going to be able to see the hoppers for each layer. I'm going to kind of cover up the hoppers and stuff because of this. Obviously, there's not going to be hoppers along that. But as you see, I mean, they're not really breeding, and thank gosh. Well, I don't want breeding in this section, but you see they kind of do it. They get just enough to replant, and then the rest just kind of falls on the ground before they pick it up. The hoppers do it. For those who don't know, hoppers, they can pick stuff up through tilled dirt. Only really tilled dirt or like path, because it's a little bit smaller than just a solid block. But if you have a solid block or whatnot, I don't think hoppers will pick it up. Only hopper minecarts can pick it up through a solid block or whatnot. But these are a little bit smaller than normal. Yes, there's pretty much what you want to do is you don't give them anything. You don't give them anything, and you take them into the farm. And, well, first of all, you build the farm and whatnot, you build it all and whatnot, and you plant what you want them to harvest. And what they will do is they will sit there, harvest, and then the seeds and stuff they'll pick up, they will replant down. So pretty much whatever they keep picking up and stuff is what's going to go. And eventually they'll probably fill themselves up. They can hold about 7, 8 stacks of rather seeds or food. So it's going to be really great. I kind of want to see if I can pull off building a 4-story version of this on my island. And then I will have, all I gotta do is sit there and AFK. I mean, if this is what we've gotten from an hour and a half, imagine what we'll have with 4 stories of this. It'd be 4 times that, obviously. It'd be 4 times. I don't know, it might even get lucky. The only downside is transporting the villagers is going to be an extreme pain in my rear. And second, we got to build it, and I don't think we're going to have enough hoppers, honestly. Whatever 9 times 9 is how many hoppers we're going to need. And that's a lot of freaking hoppers, and I honestly don't think I'm going to have enough for 4 layers. And I do want to make sure I have enough put aside, because I don't know if Havoc wants one of these on his island, and if he does, I'm going to give him the stuff he needs, and I'm going to help transport the villagers and all that stuff for him. I should probably put hoppers under this side, because you see they're picking up the stuff in here and replanting it and then spreading it to the villagers, which is what we want, because they're spreading it to the villagers are getting full up, then they're starting to breed, and it just gets really crazy. And this is what happens. And as we move them to our island, these guys aren't going to despawn, but they're going to affect the limit, and then these guys are going to start breeding again. That's 81 hoppers. Yep, I figured it was something ridiculous. I suck at math. Thank you for not sucking at math and helping me. We could figure out a way to use only potatoes and make it where they throw them, they fall into hoppers and right into a furnace. The way this is there's hoppers completely under the dirt, so since it's tilled dirt, the items will fall through into the hopper. and when they try to throw it at each other, it's going to go through into the hopper too. So we're just going to kind of eliminate that guy for ours, because that guy right there, he's just pretty much useless. That doesn't, I mean, it still works, but it's going to be about 10 times slower than just putting hoppers underneath or doing the very complicated and a lot more room taking and crap hopper minecart underneath running on track and stuff. But that, you'd have to have redstone coming outside of the building. You'd have to have it like way more layers than I really want it and stuff, and I don't want it to look too horrible. So I just want to kind of have a compact one or whatnot. So I'm just going to use hoppers or whatnot. I'm sure I'm going to regret it with price of hoppers later. But I mean, I do still have a decent amount or whatnot, and I'm good. Havoc, I can farm some iron and stuff. If you want one of these on your island or whatnot, I can help you build it, and I'll help transport villagers or whatnot. But I mean, this is a pretty good output or whatnot, and providing we can alter it into whatever crops we want being farmed or whatnot. I mean, I can do 1 layer carrots, 1 layer potatoes, and 1 layer wheat. That way we're open to a lot of different trade areas or whatnot, so we can get, one, we can get emeralds and stuff, and second, we can make a whole bunch of food or whatnot. And Havoc, with your whole potato idea, providing all these hoppers are just running into these 3 chests, I mean, we could easily just do those into a furnace, and then just have another hopper going into the side of the furnace that like supplies it with coal and stuff. It'll continue to smelt them, and they'll just pop out through a hopper underneath into another chest. So I mean, in reality, we could make a auto cooking baked potato farm if we wanted to, which, I mean, that wouldn't be too hard. I mean, it wouldn't be too big of a deal. It wouldn't be too hard and stuff, and it would work. It'd just be you'd have to check it every so often or whatnot to make sure the coal and stuff is topped off and stuff, to make sure that's continuously smelting and stuff, and make sure the chests don't get filled up. But I mean, just kind of leave it AFK for a few hours. I can do split screen or whatnot in case you need yours on your island and you're busy or something. We can always do that. But this is kind of the design I'm working with right now, and just chop this guy off. He's not there. Just pretend he's not there. This is what we have, and it produces a lot pretty quickly. The only downside is how many villagers I have on this one farm to keep it going like at the best I can without like just moving every brown coat in here and then risking breeding and stuff. And I really it would be way too freaking hard to transport 4 times, because that would be 24 brown coats. We don't even have 24 brown coats, and that'd mean I have to sit here and keep offing a lot of these and hopes they would breed more brown coats, which I'm gonna have to do it anyways, because I mean, I'm gonna find the cheapest clerk. I'm gonna leave the cheapest, like the clerk with the best trades. I mean, if you notice, sometimes it'll be like 18, like for farmers and stuff. Sometimes it'll be like 22 wheat for an emerald, and another one will be like 18 wheat for an emerald and stuff like that. Or clerks will be kind of same or stuff, but it's like the minimum or whatnot. I'm gonna find the guy that offers an emerald for the cheapest trade or whatnot, and the cheapest trades and stuff like that, I'll leave him alive and kill off the rest. That way we can have the good villagers alive, but then we can let them breed and stuff, and we can get what we need. It would just take so long, plus the coal. What do you mean by it would take so long? I mean, from hour and a half, I mean, this is what we've gotten. I mean, that would be plenty of freaking potatoes for you, man. And the only downside is it could possibly clog up the hoppers due to the fact that furnaces cook slowly. So the only downside you'd have to worry about is the fact that hoppers may clog up or whatnot. But other than that, there wouldn't be really much of an issue. Yeah, it's my break time. Alright, man, enjoy your break. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head over to my island, and we're gonna try to start a little bit of construction on this. It's probably going to take a little bit more hoppers than just the floor, because I think on the back I'm just going to have like a little chamber like this or whatnot. That's not going to look too terrible, but the hoppers from each layer are going to connect into each other and just all run down to one thing of hoppers, which means the hoppers down at the bottom could possibly get clogged up easier, but I mean, well, not really clogged up. It just mean they would be working really hard and really fast, and it could cause lag or something. But other than that, I don't think there's really going to be that much of a problem. But now that I kind of showed y'all what I'm doing, how the design's working and all that stuff, let's go over to mine. The only downside is, again, I don't think I want to sit there and wait for 24 brown coats and stuff and transport 24 brown coats. So it may just not be as efficient if the villagers decide to be stubborn and not want to harvest when I need them to, or when crops and stuff grow or whatnot. But I mean, it will still work. It will still get us what we need and stuff. And hopefully between all the layers and stuff, we will get a decent amount, hopefully. So we shouldn't have to worry about the problematic of if they decide to be stubborn. Hopefully one layer will kind of confiscate for what they do, whatnot. Or, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be too big of a deal to sit there and wait for more brown coats and stuff and bring them, because, I mean, it'd mainly be the transportation that would be annoying, and not really the waiting for the breeding the breeding process might be annoying too, because you gotta sit there and wait for the exact ones you need. And I'd probably be pulling them out of the breeding section, because I want to leave those there just so when we have kind of a representation of what we see, or so we can have another farm or whatnot in case, or it's like backup food or whatnot in case we need food for emergency or something like that. But so I kind of want to leave those guys in there just so we can kind of see how that works out and stuff. But that just means I'll have to pull them from the breeding section and just hope they don't be stubborn with making them, and then I'll also have to wait for them to grow up, so that could be a little time consuming. But I mean, for as much as they would put out, I think it'd be worth it, because one, we would have a lot of food and stuff, and second, is that iron? I just realized there's iron in there. I could have used that for more hoppers, man. I didn't even realize that was in there. What is that from? Where is that iron from? Huh. Weird. Okay. I think I want to see if I can make it a little bit out of pillars or like quartz and stuff, just kind of make it look a little better, but I really don't think we're gonna have enough quartz, so that could be an issue. We're gonna need to get some water and stuff. We're gonna need some glass and stuff like that. I guess we will need some hoppers and stuff like that, but that's gonna be a solo thing. Okay, so first we kind of have to figure out where we're going to build it. Let's go ahead. Let's get the water bucket down here and get the shovel and stuff. Problem with this is I'm running out of land on my island, because obviously my island is starting to get packed full with the chorus fruit farm, the library, the AFK fish farm, the beacon, my little house, the vine farm, the storage building, the mob farm, which is underground, so thank gosh, or that would take up a lot of room. The Leecha tower. I don't even know what this is. I think I'm getting rid of that. We're probably going to move that too. Then we got the tree farm thing back there. So I think really all we have, the only place we really have to build it is right here. Unless we want to build it like right here and stuff, but that means we'd have to move that and stuff. And I really don't want to deal with that right now. I just want to kind of get to building. So we'll kind of build it here or so. I mean, I guess we could kind of, I don't know. I guess we could kind of build it on the corner of this, but I don't know. Let's just kind of do it. Well, no, see. Oh, good gosh, I forgot what shovel I was holding. Okay, I don't want to build it just right here, because then you'd have to walk between the beacon and stuff, and it might be, well, no, I may have to build it here anyways, just because I don't really have anywhere to build it. I gotta figure out how I'm going to do this. Hang on, let's see what this looks like over here. I mean, I guess, okay, I don't have dirt with me, of course I don't, it's over there in that shulker. I mean, I guess we could kind of build it like kind of in the corner of that right there, that way it's kind of out of the way, but we still have it and stuff, and as big as this thing is, it's going to be noticeable, don't worry, we're going to see it, we're going to know it's there. And plus, it'll kind of cover up the dark spot and stuff over here. I still haven't got my island relit from the first time we did zombie villagers and stuff, and that didn't go so well. Okay, so this is going to obviously be the corner, and we're just going to kind of see where it goes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then another one for the layer. I'm doing quartz right here because I don't want you to just see dirt and stuff underneath the glass, because that wouldn't look that wouldn't look too great. And we'll leave that so we kind of know where the center is at. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so yeah, that's 9. And then we'll do this. We'll do pillars on the corners or whatnot to kind of, I want to kind of make it look relatively well. I don't know how good we're going to be able to make this, especially since it's going to be a farm, and it could possibly be a mess. So I don't really know how well we can make this look, but we're going to try to keep it from just looking like complete rubbish, like we just threw a whole bunch of cobble and wood together and just allowed it to be absolutely horrible. We're not really gonna, I'm going to need doors to get the villagers in at first, but after it's just going to be a sealed off box and stuff, so zombies and stuff like that can't get to them. Nobody can really hurt the villagers, they can't get out and stuff like that, and plus you can kind of see in and whatnot. Okay, so let's just do this. We're going to have to do about 1-2 layers underneath the dirt too, in order to get the hoppers underneath. But that's not really going to be too much of a big deal. Let's just try to get the first layer done first and see how it's going to look. I mean, it's not like I can really go back much, but that's no big deal. I'm not really too worried about the fact that the hoppers won't really be protected or anything, because I mean, I'm going to hopefully try to find a way to keep it lit up and under or in the building or whatnot. I did get some glowstone or whatnot, but I really don't know how well that's going to work. Okay, so I don't know, since it's a 4-layer farm, to keep it from jammed up, I don't know if we're just going to have it all linked into 3 chests, or if we should just have it linked into several chests. That way it prevents jam up or whatnot, so the hoppers don't get jammed up and they can't pick anything else up because they're already full from the other layers. So I think what we're going to do, let's move this. Sorry if it's a little bit dark or whatnot. Speaking of which, I need to check the game audio. Settings, audio, okay, yeah, it's not too high. Okay, and then I think I need to just go ahead and place the hoppers running into those blocks, and then we'll put chests there. Okay, and then we just need to do separate layers or whatnot, and I think I'll just do that. Well, then again, I don't know, because I can't just do like a wall of hoppers going up the back of it or whatnot to prevent jam up or whatnot, but I will if I have to. But providing it's, I think that would probably be the best, even though it wouldn't be the prettiest. It'd still be a little bit more compact than the whole minecart and rail system, because that would add like 2-3 extra layers that aren't really needed in between each floor, and I really don't want to worry about that. And plus, that would be a lot more complex, and I really don't want to deal with that. I'd rather just do this. And plus, this will just kind of conceal it a lot. It'll just kind of stay more concealed or whatnot. And plus, I mean, it won't really be too much of a deal. We'll just cover it up. I won't worry about the wall of hoppers until after, because I'm not really sure exactly how I do it. Now, obviously, on the other layers, the hopper is going to be going this way because they're going to be going into the hoppers that go down into these layers. I'm hoping these hoppers are linking into these the right way like I want them. I don't know, though, because I can't see them. I guess we'll find out later, right? I'm just going to leave the hopper in this, even though there's going to be a hopper in the center. I really don't care, because at least one, it blocks the water from flooding anywhere else, and second, if anything falls in the water, we can get that too. I might try to do 2 villagers a layer, that way it just kind of keeps it going and whatnot, and it also entices them to throw food at each other for a little bit. But I really don't quite know exactly how I might do this. I guess I didn't really need to gather that much dirt for this, because I forgot I'd be digging it up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now we have to till it all so it can go ahead and start doing that stuff. I really don't think, okay, let's see. If we throw a block right here, Yeah, see, it's not going to pick up the block like that. But when it goes on tiled or whatnot, as you saw with the farm, I'm not going to do it because then I have to find the hopper it's in and then pull it back out. But tiled or whatnot, since it's not technically the size of a full block, a hopper can pull stuff through it. So we can use normal hoppers and stuff and lower the first cost of the blocks to build the building itself, and second, conserve a little bit of room and stuff, so we don't need too many. I'm just gonna go ahead and build it up and stuff, and I'll use my silk touch or whatnot. Okay, so what we're gonna do, first of all, we need to go ahead and dig this out, because this is gonna be where the chests go. The chests are gonna be underneath here. Oh, found a piston. Okay. That must have been when I did one of the traps or something. I don't know. I'll make it look a little bit better later, but not right now. I like do like quartz blocks or something with this too, just to kind of make it not look just, you don't just see a whole bunch of stone and dirt and crud under there and it just look absolutely horrible. Okay, so we're gonna do, I don't know if we're gonna do 2 or 3 high. I think we're gonna do 2 high just so the villagers can't jump or anything and damage crops and stuff, nor can the player if anybody decides they want to go in there. Plus it will just keep it compact if we just do 2 high, so it'll just kind of stay compact if it's 2 high, because that means it will take even less to do all the layers, because if we do 3 layers high of glass for every layer, I don't think we'll have enough glass either, and we have a limited supply of sand in this world, and that's the last thing I want to do. So I think me and Havoc should, for now on, only break glass with silk touch tools. That way, why did my phone cut off? Because I need to be able to see the comments and stuff. But I think I'm doing it too early. Usually when I do it early and stuff, I don't, okay, see, I already screwed up here. Let me use the silk touch and pick it back up so I don't lose it. That way, anytime we destroy a structure with glass or whatnot, we can at least save the glass, and we don't have to worry about just wasting glass and stuff, because even though it's a huge ocean world and stuff, you only really find sand on the coasts of islands and stuff like that, or like these little random islands, but once you get deep down in the ocean or whatnot, it's just a pure gravel floor where we're at, so it's not really going to do us too good. So what we're going to do is we're going to do kind of pillar. The reason I broke that glass block is because I had to get up there, in case you didn't know and you're like, what are you doing? I don't know if we're just going to do pillars 2 high and then just the layer around with just normal quartz, or if we're going to do pillars all the way up and then just do, I don't know. Let's see. How would that look? Okay, so that's like that, and then if we did, this is probably going to turn, nope, and then kind of do it like that. I don't know, I think I'll do it this way for now, and if you guys say otherwise in the comments or something, I will change it, because I honestly, I can't really decide which of those I kind of like. Just go ahead and do this. Since it's going to be multi-layer, we're not going to have a glass roof or whatnot, so we're going to, yeah, I didn't think that one through, and I'm not going to have enough quartz blocks for this, but I don't want to do a glass roof and you see the flipping hoppers through the roof, but at the same time, I don't think, I mean, I guess I could use the glowstone and make a glowstone / quartz roof, but I don't know, because I can tell you right now I'm not going to have enough glowstone to cover every roof of that, but let's just grab the glowstone we have and see what we can do with it. Oh wow, look, I think that'll be exactly 80, but the problem with that is that's still not what we want. We need 81. Well, no, hang on. No, that will be exactly 81, so hey, that kind of worked out in our favor. The only downside is I don't know if I want to do the whole entire roof made of glowstone, because yes, we want to keep it light so nothing spawns or anything, kills the villagers, and plus, I don't know if light affects crop growth or not. I don't think it does. Not for us anyways. If it does, then y'all can inform me about that too. Here, what we'll do, I think what I might do is I might do it like that. Maybe. Then maybe like pillars going across it like that. I don't know. I don't know, because we're going to look from the outside in, because that's pretty much all we're going to see is from the outside, because no one's going really in here, but I don't really know. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. It keeps it light and stuff. It'll do the job. It'll do the job. You know, it'll work for now, and since I don't really have enough quartz or whatnot here, if I do it like this, okay, well, that's not what I want. Can I? Okay, well, I can't get it to face down like I want it to, so we'll just kind of have it running across, whatever. You know what, whatever. Just whatever. That way, I'll just fix these so it all just goes along like this, and then that way it's a roof. It's not just blank white roof. We also conserve quartz and stuff like that. Right now, quartz are down there, and that means I gotta go in there, but you know, whatever. Okay, do this. There we go. Ow, I keep forgetting about that, so I'm gonna have to go in over here. First of all, give me those back. Okay, oops, broke too much. Only downside of efficiency 5 pick, I think it is. It destroys a lot really quickly, especially the kind of the fragile stuff. Except glass, even though that's fragile, it doesn't really break it. Okay, it'll do for now. We do need to get crops in here. I think the first layer. I think we might just do possibly 3 layers for now. That way we just have a carrot, a potato, and a wheat one. That way we just get a variety of what we need. That way we can trade wheat, we can trade carrots, we can trade potatoes and all that stuff, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it'd be beneficial just to do all in one. That way we could just trade all of it for emeralds, or if it'd be a variety and trade it for all the different trades and whatnot. I really don't know what would be more beneficial, but we can always change it in the past. But I kind of want to do this that way, depending on if we need food or whatnot, we can have that or whatnot, because every bit of food offers a different type of hunger bar refill or whatnot, like how many hunger and stuff it refills. Okay, so I'll get the villager in there later, because that's going to be too much of a pain to do, and I kind of want to get this place built beforehand. Okay, so this is going to be 3 blocks thick. Now this would be like 5 blocks thick before even the next layer would even begin, if we did the whole rail cart system. So we'll just kind of do this. I'll worry about how the hoppers link up or whatnot once we get it kind of done for now. Okay, so let's get this too high or whatnot. When we get the hoppers and stuff getting placed down, yeah, I'm gonna have enough. I don't have to go back and get more. We'll have a block or whatnot to jump up on. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be like 2 layers more thick on the back, which isn't really what I was wanting or whatnot, but it will work. I gotta figure out how I'm going to get the villagers up the stories, though. That might be a little challenge. Well, no, I can use the pistons and stuff. I can put them in boats and then use pistons to lift up the boats or whatnot, and then that takes care of that problem. So never mind, that's not really a problem. I think I was just kind of making a problem out of something that wasn't a problem. It is going to consume even more hoppers if I make a hopper wall going down, but I think that would probably be beneficial, because one, it would sort each line into chests or whatnot, so we would know, like, if there's a problem or whatnot, if a line wasn't producing as much as the rest or something. That way we could go check to see if anything was broken or left out. And plus it will just kind of prevent, because if we have all of these hoppers on 3-4 layers leading into a row of 3 or so, that would cause a lot of jam up or whatnot, and the hoppers would get full. They wouldn't be able to pick anything else up or whatnot, and that'd be all full and stuff, and that would mean the one on the bottom layer wouldn't be able to pick stuff up off the ground, so it would be losing food and stuff like that, and I don't really want to risk that. I really don't. Did that just, gosh darn it. I think, oh no. Okay, well, whatever. Just whatever. I think, did we pick up that hopper, or did it fall in one of these hoppers? I think we picked it up. But just to be safe, yeah, I'd say we picked it up. Okay, so now we need to get these hoppers placed down so they're all divided rows. Each row just makes a line going down and whatnot, and that should kind of help out in some ways. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to fill this up with dirt, which I think dirt just went into one of those hoppers, didn't it? No? Maybe not. Okay, so we're going to do this. I'm just doing 4x4 squares that way because that helps me determine the center a whole lot easier. That way we know where the water goes, or else the water isn't going to, one, it's not going to be centered, and second, it's not going to fertilize all the dirt if it's not center, I don't think. I think we'll have like an edge or something left out. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a challenge getting a villager up into these, but that's why that's going to be off camera, because I'm going to save you guys the pain of how long it's going to end up taking me to do that. Oh crud, I need more water. Really, out of all things, it's the water I'm going to need. Okay. Like, can I just do this without having to, yeah, I'll just do that, and then that way I don't have to sit there and worry about, I don't have to worry about that. So, I mean, obviously the building isn't, no matter what we really do, it's not really going to be the prettiest thing, especially since we're going to have the three layer of quartz blocks in between each floor, but at least it's going to look a whole lot better if we did the whole hopper minecart and stuff, because again, that would consume so much. I mean, I'm just trying to back myself up here, because if not, I feel like I'm gonna get haters talking about, oh, you're stupid, you should have done the other thing and stuff and not wasted that iron. I mean, honestly, first of all, it's my world, I can do what I want. And second, I mean, I feel like this would be better to do, so I'm gonna do this. Just because, one, we're not gonna have 5 layers of blocks between glass and make it look even weirder, and second, it'll just help conserve blocks and stuff, because I'm already I already know I don't think I'm going to have enough quartz for the 3rd layer, and I want to do at least 3 layers. That way we can at least have one for carrots, one for potatoes, and one for wheat. I mean, if we really wanted to, I think we have beetroot seeds from the end. I mean, I could always make a 4th layer, and it could be beetroot and stuff. Villagers obviously aren't going to harvest pumpkins or melons, so we can't do that. That would have to be the auto farm on that island, but I mean, we don't really need those much. I mean, yes, you can trade those, but that's really bad trades, so we really don't want to do that. Yeah, we're running so low on quartz, I don't know if we're gonna have enough to do this, which I'll come back and plant some stuff in here. I think this will be a potato floor. I mean, I know they're all going to get mixed up and stuff into the chest at the bottom anyways, but I mean, it keeps the floor sorted that way. It produces so each floor can kind of produce at the same rate or the same amount or whatnot. Okay, so I gotta remember how I did this. I don't think I'm gonna have enough glowstone to do what I did the 1st layer though. So I think I did it like this. Let's not fall in and damage the fertile ground. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get in there to plant that stuff, but you know, I'll figure it out later. Let's do silk touch and not waste that glowstone. Okay, so I'm kind of glad with the whole villager mechanics, because if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't really be able to make an auto farm, and we would have to come in here and harvest it ourselves and all that nonsense, and that would just be too much of pain. But luckily for us, we can kind of avoid that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to do like we did at the bottom layer, even though up here and stuff, unless you have to do maintenance or something like that, you're not really going to be seeing it up here much, but just to kind of keep it identical with the rest or whatnot, we'll just do this, and plus it helps when you conserve the normal white, which I'll need for the third layer. I don't think I'm going to have enough for the third layer, unfortunately, so the third layer may end up incomplete, which might buy, well, I don't know, I might have some more quartz down there in the shulker box, I can't remember. I don't think I do though, which is a problem, because if I don't, then that will mean I will have to go gather more quartz before I can even finish this thing, and I really want to do that, because then I would have to go out, and then I'd have to reset the nether and stuff, and then to get enough, it'd take me a little while. It could take up to an hour or something, and I really don't want to do that on stream or whatnot, because that would bore you guys and stuff, and second, it's boring to me, and I've been doing a lot of grinding and work lately. I really wouldn't want to do that, but I will if I have to, because I want to get this done. I want to get this done. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see. Please. Okay, where's the... Okay. I know this looks ugly. This is obviously going to get removed. This isn't going to be permanent. I mean, I'm not just going to leave a dirt staircase here permanently. At first I thought that was a creeper or whatnot. I'm like, how did it spawn? We're on peaceful. Okay, we have one stack left. I don't think that's going to be enough, but we're going to try. I mean, it doesn't look too horrible, but it doesn't look the best either. I should probably make those... I think I should probably make the pillars go all the way up. Yeah, I think that would probably look better. However, it is going to be that whole 3-block space in between, but I don't think that's a big deal. I think we're good there. I think that's fine. I think that will be fine. We'll be fine. We're fine. I probably should have grabbed more hoppers when I was down there, because, I don't know, I have just enough, hopefully, to do it. So, I don't know, we may have some leftover hoppers or whatnot. I may not make a 4th layer just so I can save hoppers in case Havoc wants one of these farms or a 1-layer farm or something on his, because he's like, I want baked potatoes. Like, okay, we'll make you one that automatically smelts baked potatoes, and you can, or smelt the potatoes into baked potatoes, and then you can have yourself a little baked potato farm. I mean, you could do that. It would work, and it would be a great source of food and stuff. So, I mean, I'm sure it would work, and it would do just well. Let's just continue to do this. I'm kind of mad I put that hopper there, because then I got to go back and get that, but that's not really a big deal. I don't have water once again, so now I got to go back down and get some more water. But other than that, it shouldn't be too big of a deal, and we're getting this done. We've made a lot of progress in this world lately, or recently. I mean, we got the Guardian Farm finished, so that works quite well. And now we have a working villager breeder, we have villagers, and now we're working on building ourselves a villager-powered farm. Okay, I think that... Did that go down, or did I pick that up? I don't think I picked that up, but... Oh, wait, that's right. If it does, it's going to end up in the end hopper, so that means there might be something in those hoppers down there that when I thought I dropped something in, so... I'll have to go back and check that. I don't think... Yeah, I'm not going to have enough dirt. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that right now. I knew I'm not going to have enough dirt, because it's about 81 blocks for the floors. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the maximum one source block of water can make fertile, but I don't know. I don't know for 100% fact, but I know that's a huge amount, and that will work for us for now anyways. Now, let's grab a water bucket, because I don't want to deal with grabbing another. Let's get some potatoes, and let's get some seeds and whatnot, and let's go into this layer while we're right here, and then plant these. This will be the potato layer, and then the top will be the wheat, and then I'll just have to get some brown coat villagers in here, which will be very, very fun. But once I get them in here, they'll start farming for me and stuff. I think I may just do one a layer and see how well that goes. But I think the problem with that is they don't harvest as fast as it. They all fully grown stuff, so you'll have like a fully grown field and they won't harvest very fast. So that's why I went at least 2 a layer, if not more. But that would just be way too, it's already going to be a pain to get 1 up here, no less 2. So I think we may just have to deal with the low work of just 1 villager. Okay, so then we'll do wheat up here after we get this stuff placed, obviously. Do this like so, fill it in, and make that nice big farm area. Do that there, and then till the ground. There we go. Oh wow, okay, I just realized you can kind of see the light of the glowstone once you till the ground, because it kind of goes through the blocks, since they turn from solid blocks into partial blocks or whatnot, just like how the hoppers work. The only downside is if any of the crops or anything like that end up getting turned into dirt, then the hoppers can't pick anything up on that block, so that could hinder us. So we have to make sure we keep everything nice and tilled, or else it's not going to pick stuff up when the villager harvests or anything like that, or throws. Because if we have more than 1 in there, they will occasionally or randomly throw stuff at each other, depending. But it also depends on how many villagers are in there, and depends on how frequently they will, and if it's even worth, yeah, worrying about. But I think this will be good for now. We're not going to have to do the 3-block layer at the top, obviously, because I think this will be good for now, because I'm not going to have enough quartz to do anymore. So, yeah, actually, I think, hang on. Okay, well, that's the thing of efficiency 5 pick. You go really, really fast. But I think I'm going to do this where the pillars just go all the way up, because I think that will look a bit better, honestly, instead of just random pillar quartz and stuff like that. Efficiency 5 on quartz is painful. I'll have to say that. It is most definitely painful. No, give me that back. Okay, we need to get more pillars, because we're not gonna have enough. Let's go back up here, pile up. I think this will just look better in general. I don't know, you guys can let me know. I don't know if it will or not, but I feel like it will, so I'm gonna do it. I mean, I don't really know how much we can do to make this not look absolutely horrible, but I'm going to try. Now we're just going to go up to here, because then since this is just going to kind of be the roof, I don't think it's really going to matter. I mean, we might add more layers in the future or whatnot, but providing I'm already going to have to wait for brown coat villagers to breed and stuff like that, and handle that, and then get them in here. I would probably go ahead and attempt to get the resources and build another layer, but we'll add that later in the future or whatnot, and then we'll fix it up accordingly. But I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not really going to be a super farm just yet. I mean, yes, it's going to be completely automated. We don't have to do any of the work, which is great, but oh crap, I need more glass. But it is going to be villagers and stuff, so sometimes it may be slow, sometimes it may be fast, or sometimes it just doesn't really want to work or something, or sometimes we may run into issues, but that shouldn't be a problem. I think we'll be fine. I mean, yeah, I think the pillar quartz on the side looks a bit better than just the other, but I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. I mean, I guess we could do pillar quartz sideways in the 3-line or whatnot. That might make it look a little bit better. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Maybe I guess I shouldn't be making the back wall glass, since that's where there might be a wall of hoppers coming down. But, you know, whatever. Give me that glass. Thank you. I mean, I can always remove it if needed, because I don't really want the hoppers to kind of be shown through the glass and stuff, because that's not going to look really great. Okay, so I should have grabbed more glowstone while I was down there, but I wasn't thinking. no big deal. As you see, the stuff's already growing. So as I get them in there, they're gonna just automatically start farming. I just have to hope I don't get one that's already been farming in there. I have to get them like right as they become baby, or they'll begin to farm and they'll pick up stuff, and then they'll be planting the stuff I don't want them to plant, and I don't want that happening because that could be a little annoying. I would just want them to plant only what their layer is meant for. That way we can kind of have an even distribution farm or whatnot. So we have the exact amount of plants on each floor, and kind of, it's not going to be the exact amount of production at a time, but it should help keep it kind of equal of how much we get of each thing. And then maybe in the future when we get a lot of brown coat villagers or whatnot, or we feel like we need to or whatnot, we can increase the size of this and make it a true super farm, because just go AFK and you'll have stacks, and we'll just do like 3 more layers or more and just have a ridiculous amount of crops and stuff pouring in. But I don't think that's going to be too needed right now, but I mean, it wouldn't be too bad of an idea for one day in the future if we need it. Because, I mean, since we're kind of easing off of peaceful a lot more, we're starting to be on easy and stuff like that a lot more. I mean, I finished off the whole guardian farm and stuff like that in easy mode. I've kind of liked the challenge of fighting mobs and stuff, but you know, yeah. Okay, let's just destroy that. I don't care. I know that went into the hoppers, but whatever. No, that's gonna go in. Nope. Yep, that went into the hoppers too. No worries. No big deal. Let's kind of leave this like this for now. The glowstone will help light up the top, so we don't have to worry about anything spawning up there. I'm gonna destroy this just for now. I know I'm probably gonna have to, because I think I'm gonna have to pile up on the back right now and see what I can do about the. Because I'm thinking we're really gonna have to make a wall of hoppers coming down back here. We'll just cover this glass up and stuff like that. But I think that would be the best way, just to prevent any hopper jam ups or whatnot, so the hoppers don't jam up or anything like that, and it helps keep a steady flow for when things are getting harvested, especially since there's 3 layers, so the chances of a layer and stuff being harvested at the same time will be a little bit increased. I'll worry about making this look better and stuff, since there will be a whole bunch of chests right there. I mean, the villagers aren't even in there yet, so I mean, really we don't really have to worry about that right now till we get the villagers in there, and then we start getting food and stuff incoming. Okay, so I think I know this is gonna take. I know this is probably gonna waste a lot of hoppers and stuff, and this is probably not the brightest idea, but yeah, I don't even know if we're gonna have enough hoppers. But we're going to try. We're gonna try. I think. I don't know. Don't know how I'm going to do this, because I'm gonna have to remove this wall here so I can get in and place more hoppers going into the hoppers that go in. But I don't know. Well, how could we do this? How could we do this? I don't know, because I highly doubt we're gonna have enough hoppers, and I built the building too close to this edge, so it's gonna make it even harder. Okay, so first we need to get hoppers going into the hoppers already underneath here. There we go, there we go, there we go. Just keep it going with the whole rows and stuff underneath. Okay, I need to do this so I can kind of see the hoppers. Then we're going to go out one more, because then the hoppers are going to go into these hoppers that will then go into the row. There we go. Wait, okay, yeah, that went. Yeah, we're definitely not going to have enough hoppers, so I'm going to have to do a lot more grinding and stuff later, but that'll be fine. I mean, I guess it'll be worth it in the end. I'm going to have to switch this glass out for I'm gonna have to do some more block farming and whatnot, because I don't want you to have to see these hoppers through the glass and whatnot. And I'll also have to kind of extend the building a little bit more out this way. But you know, I think it'll be worth it in the end, because this farm should do us a lot of good. It's just, I think the hardest part is just going to be the villagers, because I mean, ores and stuff, that's easy to farm and stuff like that. But however, for the fact of due to the difficulty of transporting villagers and over here and stuff, and then getting more to breed and stuff so we can get the exact villagers we need, is going to be more what the pain will be for us. Okay, so I need to gather this stuff up right here so we can place the hoppers. Okay, it went too far. I am going to leave the quartz pillars here. I'll figure out how to deal with that later, because I'm gonna have to gather more, and I'm gonna have to build a wall around these hoppers so they're not just sticking out, because I don't want that. I want it to look as good as possible, but it's just gonna be hard to work with. Hello, pre-shaken soda. I'm not gonna say what the last part of the name. I don't want to like get accused of sponsorship or something because I said a brand. I don't know, if you want to sponsor me, go right ahead. You can sponsor me. I don't care, but I'm not being sponsored, so you know, yeah. Okay, what is this? Okay, I'll look at that later, because right now I'm in the middle of a stream. I am not viewing that right now. Okay, fail. Okay, can I place... Okay, no, that crop's in my way. Okay, so I'm gonna go out like this. Not right yet. I'm going to end up... I keep talking about it and I still haven't done it. I'm going to be making a copy of this world or whatnot. That way we can do like streams and stuff where you can join in and see what we've done in this world and stuff. But I want to make sure it's a copy or whatnot. That way, if anyone decides to grief or whatnot, not saying you will or whatnot, but there are people out there that are like that, and I would prefer not to have this world griefed and stuff, especially with all the work we've put into this world and stuff like that. We don't want anything stolen or anything like that, so just be on the safe side. I need to go in here and destroy that glass, because I'll just do a back wall or something, because I don't want you to see all these ugly hoppers. I mean, the building's already going to look rough as it is, so I might as well try to hide some of the yuckiness. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and destroy that. I don't have enough quartz for that. I mean, I guess I could do pillars. How would that look in the back? I mean, I guess that wouldn't look too bad. I guess I could do that. I guess I could just do pillars as the back wall that way. I'll still have to do quartz to wall off the outside of the hoppers, but I'll worry about that later. Yeah, I think that would look better than just blank quartz anyways. Let's get more glass. Okay, I need to get up there. I'll use dirt since it's easier to destroy. Okay, just kind of do a little jumpy back and forth for a minute. Okay, let's destroy this. Okay, oops. Do that. And then just do pillars as the back wall. There we go, like so. I'm going to have to gather more iron and stuff for hoppers and stuff like that, so we're not going to be able to complete at least the structure in this. Obviously, we're not going to get it fully working in this stream because of the problematic with villagers and breeding and all that stuff, and that could take anywhere from a few minutes to potentially an hour or so, and that would just be a lot. Have you been grinding hardcore on this map? What do you mean grinding hardcore? Just are you meaning just grinding really, really hard and stuff, or are you meaning like hard and like not peaceful but on hard or whatnot? Okay, so the hoppers are running into that and stuff. That's good. It's not gonna look too great. Yeah, majorly. Yes, very much. I've done more grinding than I think I've ever done in a game on this map. And that says a lot, because I game a lot. I mean, I guess that would be debatable, because I know I have grinded a lot on some other games before, but I think I've like had more dedication to grinding and stuff in this map and stuff than I have in any other game, because when I was doing the Guardian farm and whatnot, I went without sleep one night, because I was so determined to finish that thing. And I did. I finished it. And we got some villagers as a bonus, so... And then those some villagers turned into a heck of a lot of villagers, which, I mean, at some point we'll probably make an iron farm, just because, yeah, as you see, I'm going through iron really, really fast, and I have to keep mining for it and stuff like that, so that could be a little bit of a struggle, but, you know, worry about that when we get to it, right? But the way the villagers are going and stuff, I think I might just use a whole bunch of green coats and make an iron farm or whatnot at some point, for that whole iron golem farm or whatnot, for iron. Because green coats are useless or whatnot, and we would give away from them villagers or whatnot. I don't know how we'll build the iron farm, but we can't build it over there, or it's going to affect, one, it will affect the iron farm or whatnot, and two, it will prevent villagers from breeding if we just have a whole bunch of green coats, and I don't want a whole bunch of green coats preventing it, because we need some librarians and stuff for possible mending or something. I want some mending, because we always need mending, but... we don't have mending. Oh wow, props to him. My internet would not be able to handle that. My internet goes down a lot, and it loves to go down during streams and make it very, very annoying for me. So yeah, I definitely couldn't be one of those. Okay, you know what? Just because I really don't want to have to grind for extras, let's kind of compromise and just kind of build the floor here out of some pillar quartz. Why not? Whatever. I mean, never said it had to look... I don't even think we're going to have enough pillar quartz, actually. Never said it had to look the best in the world. Just said I'd touch it up a little bit so it doesn't just look like a whole bunch of dirt and stone. And it's not going to look like a whole bunch of dirt and stone. It will look like some quartz. Kind of do this, and this is just going to be where the chests are and stuff, because we're going to have alternation of chopped and normal chests. That way we can have them side by side, and they'll be double chests. That way, if I want to leave it going AFK for a little bit to gather up a whole bunch of stuff to make some trades with villagers or whatnot, I can most definitely do that. We're not going to do the corners just because that will conserve even more blocks, and I'm already extremely low as it is. I don't want to use more than I have to. Yeah, see, I'm still short of that, and then we'll obviously do like pillars in the corners or whatnot, like the main building. But other than that, that's about all I can really do for the stream. Because I gotta deal with the villagers and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna have to deal with even more grinding for stuff, even though I was really hoping I wouldn't have to grind more, but I'm going to have to grind more because I need a lot more hoppers and stuff, a lot more quartz and stuff like that, and then I gotta worry about breeding the villagers, getting the villagers back here, and all that nonsense, and that's gonna be a little frustrating, but it'll be worth it in the end because, hey, we'll have the farm up and going, and it will be producing a lot for us. If we did do a 6th layer or whatnot, I'd say I'd probably just like make a little room to hang out in or whatnot in between or whatnot. That way the villagers and stuff would still be active and things like that, and it could still go or whatnot. Hey Havoc, welcome back to the stream, Havoc, and welcome to the stream, Levi, and it's been a little while. I didn't see you in the last 2-3 streams since I've been back, so I was kind of sad about that, but, you know, you're back, so it's better. It's okay now. Alright, so, obviously, I'm going to have to get villagers in there. I'm going to have to grind to get more iron to just finish off. All I got to do is just get it to that layer right there where those hoppers are. I don't have to make it go all the way up. And then I gotta get more quartz to build a wall around that so it's not poking out. And then obviously breed and get done with the villagers and crud like that and get them inside here, which is probably going to be the most annoying thing. I mean, I'd probably choose grinding over dealing with villagers and getting them in here. A lot of times they like to run off and stuff, and it's going to be really difficult, but I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. Alright, let's just go. Alright, I guess since it's out of, let's just go see how many brown coats we have right now, so I know, because the 5, 6 or whatnot that's in the farm or whatnot there, I kind of want to leave those there just for now, just kind of as like a emergency food or something, or if we somehow manage to lose all of our crops or something and we need some, I don't know. I'm just going to leave it there for now. I don't really want to touch those, but we need to see how many we have in the breeding area and see how many more we might need. Or, I mean, I guess I could deal with one villager per layer, but that would be kind of annoying for me. I also want to kind of get one, two, possibly 3 or so, depending on if Havoc wants one of these farms or whatnot. I might try to see if I can get some to be ready for when he wants to do his or whatnot, but I'll worry about that later. I really need to rebuild that bridge right there so we can take the minecarts and stuff, because, yeah, if you took the minecart, you'd go and you'd fall straight down, and then that would be a little annoying. What do you mean? Well, true, I guess. I mean, yeah, true. I mean, I could share. You're more than welcome to share any food and stuff we get from this farm or whatnot. I mean, we're in this together, man, so we can just, I mean, we've shared everything up to this point, so we can continue to share the food and stuff like that. I mean, I'm thinking I'm mainly doing it more for, like, trading for emeralds and stuff in case we get a librarian with mending books and things like that, but I don't really know. Don't you dare breed. Don't you breed. Don't you do it. I'd hate to have to kill your child. Unless it's a little brown coat, then please go right ahead and breed. Okay, do we have any brown coats in here? Okay, so we have 1. We have 2. Looks like we just have... what you put? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have about 4, 5 in here. So that's okay. I need to figure out. I need to kind of figure. Okay, first of all, we can kind of get rid of the green coat because he's useless and he's stopping the breeding or whatnot. So let's get rid of you to allow more room for villagers to breed. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to figure out which of the clerks, because I'm pretty sure every clerk trade is pretty much the same except different values and stuff. So that guy's 36. That's 36, and that's 10. Okay, so those guys are the same. This guy is more expensive. You can get out of here. What are you? Okay, yeah, you're way more expensive. You can get out of here too. We need to open up some more breeding room. You both can go. I don't want to kill too many because we still need enough to actually like get the breeding going. Again, I don't want to have it just left over back at like 4 or something, because that would be very frustrating, because the more villagers you have, the better the chance they're going to breed and the faster they may breed. So it will be a whole lot more beneficial if I just leave a decent amount, even if some I don't like or don't really want in here. I may have to just keep the breeding going. We have 2 cartographers. I'm pretty sure the cartographers are going to offer the same exact thing. Okay, so this guy is... Okay, well, they both do the same. I'll leave you, since you kind of like doing hearts and whatnot. Okay, you're the cheaper one, so you're definitely staying. I mean, it's only 1 paper cheaper, but it's better than... It could just be that much better. Brown coats are no matter what, stay for now until we don't need them. I would really like a librarian, but it doesn't look like we're going to get a librarian. We just seem to keep getting cartographers, which is kind of annoying. As you see, these guys are just kind of... Thanks to these brown coats and stuff, they're constantly harvesting this and throwing the stuff at everybody else, and it just kind of keeps the breeding going, and you don't have to do it yourself. You don't have to sit there and throw food to them yourself and stuff like that, so that's great. But I mean, if we want to get villagers or something on our island, we want to breed and try to get great ones to keep on our islands or whatnot, I mean, we can just transport a few, and then between the farm or whatnot, we can do that. But I don't really see a need for that. I mean, we can leave the villager breeder here for now until we actually start construction of the kingdom, which is still pretty blank. I've been focused on everything else but that, so you know, these guys are continuing to harvest, so that's cool. But other than that, I don't really think there's much else. Breeding villagers. What do you mean by that? I mean, that's pretty much what they're doing. That's what's happening. Is it's a villager breeder, and then they think it's pretty much a villager's down here. He's doors and stuff, but because he doesn't see these guys, but these guys somehow see him. I don't know why. This guy's kind of detecting a whole bunch of doors down there, so he thinks there's a village, but there's only one villager or whatnot, and there's got to be at least two or so. And then these guys, for some reason, they can see him, but he can't see them. But these guys can't see them, so they're like, okay, we have to make more to get how much is supposed to be for the village. But since this guy can never see them, they just keep breeding and breeding and breeding until the world limit hits, since we're on console. But yeah. Yeah. I figured so, but yeah, I don't know, maybe they'd use their nose or something, I'm not sure. I mean, they're big enough, you know, unless they'd fill it. Oh my lord. And the chat just became non-PG. I think that's pretty much it. I don't really think there's much else I can do in this stream, because right now I kind of have a lot of work I gotta get done in order to get that farm thing done, and I think I'm gonna farm a lot more than needed to finish that one layer, because I think I might add two more layers to that farm or whatnot. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on how cooperative the villagers are going to be. If they don't want to be cooperative, then I may just leave it at 3 layers, because that could be a little annoying, having to deal with that many villagers. But, you know, why aren't you... Okay, oh, now you replant, now that I got in here? Thanks a lot. Okay. Alright, let's stick these back in here then. But, I mean, if this is just from one layer and it's doing pretty good, we'll get a decent food outcome or whatnot. Yeah, I hope there's no kids in this chat, or they're going to be asking their parents about some stuff, and sometimes maybe they're not going to be able to watch my channel anymore. Look away, kids, as I sit here and stare at them as they do it. Okay, oh, look, there we go. We got a little baby. That's not, okay, we got another baby white coat. Please let that be a librarian, because librarians oftenly do mending books, but I don't know. Please, Mr. Little White Guy, be a librarian. Please. Other than that, I think that's pretty much going to be it for now, because I got a lot of grinding to do. I was originally going to plan on doing like 2-3 games today, but I feel like I'm just going to do this for today, and then tomorrow I'll do a few different things or something. I don't know. That, or I'll end up putting it off, and then it will never happen, and then, yeah. They are very different. I haven't heard of X-rated before. I honestly haven't. Alright, let's just head over here. Oh my lord. Let's pretend I didn't say that. It makes me wonder if that's actually a thing, or if you just got confused for a minute. Sure, Yeah, play that card, why don't you? I mean, please don't say it in the stream chat, but I mean, you know. Um, yeah. Alright, but other than that, I think I'm going to go off on some grinding and all that stuff for what I need for the rest of this. Or to at least finish this off and then deal with the villagers and all that annoying crud. And I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. I enjoy it. The subs, the likes, the views, all that awesome stuff. Thank you guys very much for the support. And I will see you guys next stream. I don't know if that's going to be later today or what. It just kind of depends on how things go, I guess. See you guys later.